My name is Isaac Prekumboatin, and here at Sucasa, I serve as the Chief of Staff to the CEO. Sucasa is a real estate company. Our main mandate or goal is to serve our nation through what we are working on in the real estate industry. We have communities coming up, and these communities are dubbed the Ogransen communities. Our main focus for bringing up this project is to help provide affordable housing to Ghanaians and every other individual who have the interest of having some form of investment in the real estate industry or having their own home in the country. We believe that our price point and the designs and the kind of product we have rolled on the market makes it easier and quite possible and accessible when someone is looking into venturing into this industry. Okay, so for Sucasa has been officially operating now. We're in the going into our third year. But prior to the name Sucasa, the company itself has been in existence since 2013, and it started as Sugarcane Estate. At that time, the main projects that we were doing, apart from a community that we were working on at Ahridiase at the Bri, where we got the name the Sugarcane Estate, we were doing individual projects, and then we were developing few units around. But we realized that that's okay, but it will be more prudent for us to now shift gears into developing well-organized communities where you can talk about the road, the networks. You're looking at security, and then you're looking at how to plan a community where commercial areas should be and where residential. So if someone wants to buy a home or live in a place, it shouldn't be that someone buys or owns a property, and then the next plot, someone is coming in to put maybe a nightclub or something, which even though you are looking at it having a place to be as your home, but you have some of these things. So we are looking at organizing our communities in such a way that right from the beginning, if I know, I will be able to know who is next to me, what kind of property is going to be next to me, and then what the community and the environment is going to be at the end of the day. So this is what makes our communities different. So for our sales conference that we had, we believe that as a company, we are always growing, we are evolving, and then we are also looking at beyond what we are doing internally, but also the effect we can have on the community at large. We know the real estate industry has a lot of opportunities for the value chain and even employment. But then again, the idea of someone being an agent or the idea of someone being a salesperson in this industry is something that we're not talking too much about. We're not making it more, I would say, a topic that the young and upcoming professionals will look into. And we as a company realize that today, with the use of social media, a lot of young people are in touch with, I would say, the whole world. They have this tool at hand that is very powerful, and they don't really, not everyone is really utilizing its potentials. So we want to first and foremost create that awareness that if I have interest, I want to do anything real estate related, and I'm looking at the sales aspect of it, even if I am not looking at the other value chains, supply and all that, how can we educate these individuals to be able to take advantage of what tools and areas that they already have access to be able to start turn it into some form of employment opportunities for themselves. So it's about being able to create that awareness, but not only that, giving them the right training and support to be able to have them start a career on that path. And this conference went beyond, I would say, Sucasa, because some of the resource individuals that came addressed topics that were even outside. We are looking at our human resource. And from our CEO submission, the greatest country in the world, the United States, that everybody refers to, is not because of certain raw materials and everything that exists, but the human resource. People that are thinking and creating things and bringing, something to life. And so this is what we threw more light on, that each and every one of us, especially the young people in this country, should be able to start looking beyond, I have gone to school and I just want to use my certificate and get a job. What can I do for myself? Looking at what the opportunities out there. Yes, I wouldn't say that it's easy. It's not easy. That is why we are even going on to do a further training program to continue to educate all those that have that interest, to be able to have enough information and then be able to know where to start from and how to be able to take advantage of what we shared with them during the conference. When you come to Sucasa, I think our culture, our sense of direction, and what we want to achieve. We're not here to focus only on developing these communities. The main aim is to be able to move from developing smaller communities, growing into bigger communities, and then looking at cities at large. This is where we are looking at. So if you look at our project, our first community, we did about 17 homes, which we will be launching about a week from now. We have our second community, 55. We have our immense 80-unit community, and then our phase 3, 800 plus communities. And this is to tell you that we're here to make progress. And not only are we focusing on just what we are building, but the innovation that goes into what we are developing, being able to employ new technologies that are available to all of us in this industry, even from the way we do things in the office to the site and everything. We want to be able to adapt all kinds of modern ways of doing things to be able to make our brand and our company different in terms of the products we are developing, how we go about it, and how we sell. And this is why you're seeing that sales conference. I believe a lot of conferences do come by, but this is one of a kind for a real estate company to come up with such conference to help develop human resource and to be able to open up the opportunities that exist in the industry. So this is some of the things that makes our company different from others. If you look at, you can go out there and then do your own research, independent research. Take typical 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house that is already out there and is being offered for sale, how much it is going for, and then you compare to what we have, what we are selling it. Some of our units, we are selling it, the pricing are that low. And even some of the problems that this brings us is some people are like, oh, this is cheap. It's too good to be true. What kind of materials we are looking at? It is about the process. If we are going out there to build, let's say, 1 or 2 homes, the kind of engineers that you have to engage to build this, how you will source your materials, your rods, your cement, is going to be different from when someone is going on the table to talk about 1,000 units and purchasing some of these things. All these things make it possible for us to be able to price our units at the rate that we do. Another thing is, yes, it's a company. We are not looking at running at a loss, but the main focus is not the profit margins, the big margins that we want to make. We would rather want to be able to do more, make little or less, and deliver more than to focus on making too much profit on, let's say, few units. So for instance, if you're talking about business, it would be good if I can do 10 homes and maybe sell it at that price and make this amount. Or at the same time, okay, that same amount that I'm looking at as a target for a company, I would rather want to do more work and maybe do 1,000, drive development, and still be able to reach that. When I know these prices are that low, I create the opportunity for a lot of people to be able to come in and get that, and then be able to still meet that. But this time, you will have to sell at a very cheaper price, and then you'll be able to do more in terms of delivering more products out and this will have a direct effect on the job and employment aspect, because if you go on site labor, the number of laborers that you would have to engage in to do more, maybe 100 units, is not the same that you need on 10. And in the end, this is what we look at. So this is the main reason and the main goal as to why we do what we do at our price point. So if you ask how affordable it is, I will say to you that you can only know this by going out on the market, take what Sucasa have, what we are selling it for, compared to others, and then you can be able to have a clear answer to this question. In the next 5 years, Sucasa is seeing itself to be the #1 real estate and one of the best in all of Africa. So this is what we are looking at. And not only that, we are looking at being able to make a lot of change in-house with the cutting-edge technology and everything that comes into this industry or any outside of this that makes brings progress and improvement into a company's development and construction and building. This is where we are as a real estate company in the next 5 years. Well, so this month, I believe that, yes, we are in the month of love. You will really also be able to really feel loved when you have a place you can call home. And after, the hard day's work, you go home to meet the family and all that, and you don't have to worry about, some of the things that you would necessarily have to worry about, when you're talking about a family setting and a home and all that. So I will say to you that our doors are always open. Our contact center works 24 hours in a day. And on our social media handles, on Instagram, on Twitter and all that, Sucasa Properties, GH, you will be able to reach out to us. And also our physical location here on Lagos Avenue at East Legon. If you go on Google Maps, Sucasa, you should be able to see us at any time. You can walk in, put in your enquiries, and then we will always be open to giving you all the needed information you need and be able to help you, guide you on which of our locations you'll be interested in, and then which of our units that you probably want. And even if you don't really know when you come, we will advise you and help you to make the right choice as far as your journey to owning your own home is concerned, for that matter.